back to TataTalk. Today we have talking about the fact that you have decided to breastfeed. So there are so many times where I'm asked, I'm pregnant, what do I need to do? Is there something I can do before the baby comes? Is there something that, we can start learning and start doing? And today I'm going to help you out with that. I'm going to inform you on the things that you can be looking into, things that you can start learning about, and what comes with breastfeeding. First off, congratulations on your new little one coming. This is going to be a beautiful journey. There is nothing like a new baby in the house, and I did want to just start off by saying congratulations. So now let's get to the point. What you can do when you find out you're pregnant and once you have decided I want to breastfeed. First thing that you can do is get in contact with your lactation consultant at the hospital or birth center or doula or midwife that you will be working with. Let's talk about the difference between a breastfeeding friendly doctor, pediatrician, or healthcare provider, and a breastfeeding tolerant healthcare provider. A breastfeeding friendly healthcare provider will tell you, hey, why don't you go ahead and nurse during this exam? Or if you want to go ahead and feed the baby, go ahead. A breastfeeding tolerant doctor would be like, oh, just use the pacifier. Okay. Let's talk about how the breastfeeding friendly doctor will give you so much resources and information and guides on how you continue your nursing journey. They will make sure that you reach out to groups and to your lactation counselors and lactation consultants, and they will make sure that you are involved and on track and everything is going well with your breastfeeding journey. A breastfeeding tolerant doctor is going to be like, well, why don't you try this sample of formula? Nope, red flag. We are not doing formula. As soon as you hear something about formula, they are breastfeeding tolerant and don't 100% support your journey of breastfeeding. A breastfeeding friendly pediatrician, healthcare provider, will have you follow your baby's cues and knowing when your baby is hungry and let you know what to look for and encourage you to keep nursing throughout the night. A breastfeeding tolerant doctor will go ahead and let you know, well, why don't you wean for the night? Or try to give the baby the bottle. You can do bottle feeding, but make sure you don't feed the bottle between this time and try to get you on a schedule. No. Your breastfeeding friendly doctor, if you have to go to supplementing, will tell you to supplement with express milk. Your breastfeeding tolerant doctor will tell you, oh, well, why don't you just supplement with some formula? That's the key here. We don't want formula. So there is a huge difference between a breastfeeding friendly doctor and a breastfeeding tolerant doctor. And you want to make sure that you find your breastfeeding friendly doctor before your baby comes. Don't forget, it's okay to change doctors. You don't have to stay with that one doctor, but you do want to find one that does help you continue on your breastfeeding journey. Any pediatrician or healthcare provider says, hey, let's try this formula, or mom, it's about time to wean, or the baby's about to start solid, so you don't need to give them breast milk anymore. You're like, huh? Like, what? That doesn't sound right. Like, I thought you were supposed to help me keep going. So that's the first thing, is you want to look into your pediatricians, because that's like one of the first things that you have to do. Like, they're like, okay, well, have you found a pediatrician that you want to come up to the hospital, or that you want to send the baby to after, or for the baby's checkup? You have to know what pediatrician that you want to use. So that's one of the things, is make sure you find your breastfeeding friendly healthcare provider, pediatrician, whichever you would like to use. Also, another thing that you would like to do before the baby comes is go to a breastfeeding 101 class. It's pretty much, it may not be called that. It may just be called like something completely different. But what the class is a class for you to sit in with your partner, if your partner would like to go, and learn about breastfeeding. I remember when I went to one and I absolutely enjoyed it. They talked about latching, they talked about, the anatomy of your milk and how it's produced. They talked about positions, they talked about the type of pillows you can use. They talked about cues. It talks about everything. The only thing is, yes, they do sometimes cram it all up into a couple of hours, but it's okay because it's very, very beneficial for you and for your partner, so your partner can know, hey, I can do this while she's nursing, or I can help encourage this while she's nursing, or, it's just very beneficial. So that's the second thing that I recommend you to do before the baby comes, is to go to a breastfeeding 101 class. The third thing that I recommend for you to do before the baby comes out is to research that is the most important part, credible sites, videos, like I know me, I'm making this video for y'all, and books and technology over breastfeeding. There is nothing more valuable than knowing your own information about it. Of course, we do have our groups and everything that you can go to and, find out your information. But having your own knowledge of what is good and what isn't good and what's supposed to happen helps you a lot within your breastfeeding journey. So for example, I want you to go out and watch some latching videos. Look on YouTube. I actually will have one of my favorite videos that I send out to all of my mothers when they tell me, hey, the baby's about to come. What am I supposed to do? Is there anything that I'm supposed to watch or anything? I'll have that video underneath here. It's one of my favorite videos to watch. It talks to you about latching and how the baby's supposed to respond and the position that you can put the baby in. I want you to go out and do your own research on latching your baby on, because that's really the most important part that you need to know about for when the baby comes. Is you want to know how you can put that baby in a position that's comfortable for you and the baby, and getting that baby to latch on as comfortably as possible. So that's what I say. I obviously, want to let you know about the benefits of breastfeeding. We all know that everyone's like, breast is best, which of course I support that 100%, but I'm going to let you know the benefits of the disease-fighting substances within breast milk. We know that it has lots of vitamins and nutrients in breast milk. We know that commonly the breastfed baby is a little bit more healthier. We also want to talk about, the bonding with breastfeeding. And that's quite honestly my favorite part about the whole journey. Is I am not going to say there's nothing against formula-fed babies. Nothing against them. But I personally just know my bond with my breastfed baby. When that little baby is looking up at you while you're nursing him or her, your heart melts. Like, you're just like, I'm doing this. Like, I am providing you with these nutrients. I am giving you life from my body to you. The bond is beautiful. It's your own 101 time. And when I say I'm bonding, I'm not just meaning this, oh yeah, you get to be on me all day. No, it's that little piece of time where you feel like you have been at work all day. You come home, you have to cook dinner, you have to clean the house, and before you know it, it's bedtime. But right before bedtime, your little one wants to nurse. And this is the little bit of time that you have with him, knowing this is me and you time. I'm sorry, I've had to cook and I've had to clean, and I know I wasn't 100% focused on you, but right now we are nursing, baby. And this is me and you. This is us having our own one-on-one time. And it's that bond. It's beautiful. And it lasts for a lifetime. It lasts forever. So you will definitely love that moment of just bonding with your baby. I do want to bring across that breastfeeding is a commitment. Now, you could be like me and be like, I am in this because it is free. You learn out real quick that yes, it is free, which is very, very, very beneficial to your financial budget. But don't forget that when you go into pumping, you have to get your bags, what kind of cost, which I can tell you a little trick on the bags. You have to get your pump if you don't have insurance. So that's a great thing to put on your registry. With commitment, you have to use your time. Time is money. I understand, like, time is very valuable, and it does take time. You have to be patient. And if everything doesn't start off beautifully, it takes commitment and staying strong and making sure that everything gets better and works out for your journey to smooth out and be beautiful and last like you want it to do. Sometimes we have our babies that come out with lip ties and tongue ties, and you have to be committed if you want to get those revised. You have to commit it and look at the doctors and ask, can we get these fixed, and how much is going to pay, and it's commitment to get those latch worked on. It's commitment on just staying strong and knowing that it's worth it, it's beneficial, and it will get better. And that is the main thing, is knowing it will always get better. When the rough times come, don't forget your reason why. Don't forget why you started. It will get better. Breastfeeding is not a 9 to 5 thing. This is another thing with commitment. Breastfeeding is a 24-hour commitment. Breastfeeding does not stop when baby goes to bed. Most breastfed babies nurse throughout the night. So, of course, at first, when those babies are first born, your doctor wants to make sure the baby is eating every 2 hours. Well, if you think about it, when you want to go to sleep, that doesn't mean that baby is going to be asleep throughout the whole night too. So there's another place where the commitment comes in, because you have to make sure that you stay committed with your journey and your patterns to make sure your baby is getting the nutrients that he needs when you decide to nurse. Also, with breastfeeding, you want to make sure that your partner is all in. Even when they aren't all in, you want to make sure that you have support, whether that is from a mom's group, whether that is from a La Leche League group, whether that is from a group on Facebook, whether that's from your lactation counselor, consultant, breastfeeding support, anything. You want to have support. Your partner help is always valuable to you too, because that is who's going to be around you majority of the time, or family that's going to be there. Your partner can help in multiple ways. Let's say that mommy wants to go to the grocery store. If you have pumped milk, your partner can be involved by giving your baby some pumped milk. They can pace feed that baby, and it can be just like, almost like getting milk from mommy. Partner help in your partner's support is one of the most important things. Not all of them are on board right off the bat, but it does help when you do have some type of support from your partner or anyone else. Because I've had multiple moms that I worked with say, hey, I don't have partner support. Well, you know what? You got me. I am here. I will help you. I will encourage you. I will let you know that we are in this together. We are not going to give up. But partner support is a main help. And with going back with, your partner can come with you to these educational classes and learn more. That's partner support before the baby even comes out. So the more that your partner knows, and the more that your partner learns and is educated on, the more support that you will have from them. Breastfeeding is definitely a beautiful journey. I'm not going to say that it starts off right off the bat perfect. Nothing starts off right off the bat perfect. I do know that it takes time, commitment, support, and love, and most importantly, strength. They don't call us Mama Superwoman for nothing. So I do thank you for watching this video, and I am so proud of you for choosing to go down the